2014, Jon Favreau self-produced a movie called Chef, where he was writing about the capacity of corporations like Disney to suck the life, creativity, passion, and willingness to take risks out of a creative, and he drew a beautiful line between film and food. And unfortunately, I think The Mandalorian and Grogu is a great representation of everything he was writing about at the time. I think it's the worst thing Jon Favreau's ever made. Start by saying this is all just in my opinion. My opinion is no better than your opinion. These are just my personal thoughts. This is a film that kicks off with our dynamic duo hunting down remnants of Imperial forces throughout the galaxy. I thought the action sequence that kicks off the film was a whole lot of fun. I wish we could have gotten more of this. But even in this opening sequence, there are warning signs of what is to come. The actor playing the Imperial commander there is really doing a poor job, but what's letting him down the most, I think, is the script. This script is clunky as hell. It only exists to say exactly what is happening or exactly what is about to happen. This is one of those movies that is terrified that you as a Star Wars fan don't understand what you're looking at or haven't seen what they're referencing, so they use exposition dumps over and over again, with characters just awkwardly telling each other things that they would already know or are just unnecessary to say. After that opening sequence, we get a look into the New Republic and meet one of their leaders, Ward, who is played by Sigourney Weaver, who in my opinion is just phoning this in. Again, this is a lifeless performance, and the lifelessness that we see here is reflected all throughout the film. This is a low energy movie. The bulk of the film then kicks off and is centered around the Mandalorian and Grogu tracking down Rada the Hutt, who is the son of Jabba. We recognize Rada from the Clone Wars movie, and he is voiced by Jeremy Allen White. Also in play here are the twins, the cousins of Jabba the Hutt. You've seen them in the Book of Boba Fett. There's kind of this triangle between the Empire, the Hutts, and the Rebellion, all feeling each other out and testing loyalty. The operation is to rescue Rhoda in exchange for information about the Empire. That takes up about the first hour of the film, and I think the first hour of this film is okay. I had a fun time with a lot of the stuff around the gladiatorial combat. So I think a lot of the computer-generated characters in this film look absolutely terrible, and for a film made for $165 million, I'm not really sure how that's the case. It includes Zeb, who is back here in a small role again. I think he looks distractingly bad. Distracting choice is the decision to have the Hutts oftentimes just speaking Galactic Basic, which is English, rather than Hutties. They go in and out, especially with the twins who believe they are superior. They simply would not be doing this. They would always be speaking their own language. Rada and Jeremy Allen White, I think this becomes absolutely comical. He just sounds like a guy from Chicago put into the body of this monstrously large and jacked Hutt. It feels like they really wanted to humanize him, have the audience connect with him, or they were just terrified that people are too goddamn lazy to read subtitles. This character who plays a big role feel exceptionally goofy at times. There are some moments that should be emotional and end up just being unintentionally laughable. So here, just kind of for laughs, but also playing a big part in the story, are the Anzellans from The Rise of Skywalker and Mando Season 3. They are done, I believe, practically, but they honestly look terrible. They are moving in kind of stop motion, and it looks really jarringly bad. It does not mesh with the rest of the film. Appreciate the practical work behind these guys. It still needs to work and mesh seamlessly into the film. It ends up looking just as bad as a lot of the terrible CG. So here, not looking great, and in my opinion, drastically underused, is Embo, who you might remember from Clone Wars. He's just kind of there as a prop to push the story along. Really not much is done with the character. Nothing is done with our main characters here either, or one character and then the merchandising opportunity, the toy masquerading as a character. There is absolutely no reason for Grogu to be in this film. He provides absolutely nothing except very occasional comedic relief and using the Force when the plot doesn't know how to move forward. That is the only reason he is here. So unwilling to challenge you, so unwilling to do anything interesting with any of these characters. There is one moment that had the potential to really be something, and they chose the most spineless path forward. It was really frustrating. It truly feels like the first hour or so of this movie was a decent episode of the show, right? Then it ends and starts spinning its wheels. It becomes exceptionally slow and contemplative when the first hour is balls to the wall action nonstop. The tone changes, everything changes. It feels like they don't know where to go with the story. It just kind of kicks up dust until a final predictable action set piece that again does nothing challenging, nothing interesting, and has low energy. There is never a villain in this film that feels substantial or real. There's never a danger in this film that feels substantial or real. There is just low energy heroes wading through enemies that are faceless and nothing. It was like a film when everyone involved was on autopilot, just going through the motions to get this thing done, not sure why they were making it, not sure what the future looks like, not sure what you should be excited about here, just hoping and praying this thing makes money. Meanwhile, in the background of this film is this beautiful score from Ludwig Göransson that is going absolutely insane, that's trying to convince you you're watching something worthwhile, but do not fall for. All this in IMAX, there is not one sequence, there is not one moment that is eye-popping, that will stop the show and make you go, wow, that looks really cool, where they put some thought into this visual. All that to say, for me, this is a 2 out of 5. I think it's a low point in Favreau's career. I like Iron Man 2 better. Hell, I like Cowboys and Aliens more. I think it's a movie that has some fun, it has some confidence, it at least knows what it is. This thing almost put me to sleep. Coming off the high of Andor, I can't help feeling concerned about the future of Star Wars with this project that was written by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni and produced by Favreau and Kennedy and Filoni, all these Star Wars bigwigs coming together to give us a pile of nothing.